In this video, I will demonstrate how to complete step 1 of the sign-up process, which includes signing your housing contract, paying the one-time non-refundable contract fee, answering lifestyle questions, finding a roommate and the basics of roommate groups, and a brief overview of how time slot priority works. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you to your Clemson home. Log in with your Clemson University username and password. On this home page, in the future you'll be able to see your reserved assignments, in-room assignments, and history assignments, as well as some roommate information as it becomes available. The newest addition to the housing portal is this selector page. Accessing any type of housing contract is now as simple as choosing options from this drop-down. From the Term Selector page, click Begin Contract. The next page in the process is the Contract and Addendum. Read the terms and conditions carefully. We recommend that you both download and print a copy for your records. Hovering over the pane will give you both options. The next page includes the rules and regulations. This symbol signifies that a field is required. You will not be able to proceed with your contract until you address these fields. Familiarize yourself with the first-year student meal plan requirement policy. As you make your way to the bottom of the page, you'll notice that you have more options than the unlimited meal plans. However, as a first-year student, you must choose one of 3 unlimited meal plan options. You might also want to keep up with Clemson Home Dining by using any of these social media links. Stay up to date with menus and events the easy way. Next up is the Personal Details page. Ensure that all fields within the Personal Information section are correct. If not, please contact the registrar's office immediately to have these fields corrected. In the fields provided, enter a personal phone number and personal email address. If you'd like to provide an emergency contact, enter their name, their relationship to you, and a phone number in these fields. Review the missing student policy by clicking here. When you have finished, return to the contract and check the box stating that you have read and understand the missing student policy. You may then enter a missing student policy contact if you so choose. On the Student Accessibility Services page, there are 2 boxes, one for accommodated housing need and one for dietary restrictions. If you do not need to be contacted about either of these, don't check either box and just click Save and Continue. Next up are lifestyle questions. It is imperative that you fill out these questions honestly, as they will be used to help you find a roommate in roommate search or by the assignments coordinator, for instance, when room changes occur. In the provided text box, use up to 500 characters to tell other students a little bit about yourself. These terms can later be used in roommate search pages as search terms, so I'm going to talk about how I'm really into the Marvel Comics universe and listening to podcasts. The new student community choice page is a very important part of Step 1. Your answer on this page will dictate which roommates you can see in roommate search, as well as the rooms that you'll be able to room select from during Step 3. Use the images to read about different living learning communities. They link out to the housing website for each community. The options available to you in this dropdown will be based on a few factors, such as if you're coded as an honors student, or if you're the right major to be in certain LLCs, like RISE, which is specifically a living learning community for residents in science and engineering. Other LLCs, such as wellness, don't have major restrictions. If you do not wish to live in a living learning community, select first year from the dropdown. Next up is the roommate groups page. You can search for roommates by details, by profiles, or how they answered their lifestyle questions, or just click Suggest Roommates. If you know the username of someone that you want to room with, use Search by Details and enter their username into the field provided. Earlier I mentioned that words in your personal description could end up being search terms, so I'll demonstrate that feature here, and we can see if anybody else wrote podcast or podcasts in their personal description. Looks like not so much, but if I try a word like football, we get a lot of results. You'll notice multiple options on the result cards. You could send this person a message, look at how they answered their lifestyle questions, or just add them to a group immediately. If I use the option to search by profile, I can actually just narrow down my results to maybe what the most important questions are to me, like the time I go to bed or how I feel about the cleanliness of the space. Again, I'll be provided the same options to send them a message, view their profile, or immediately add them to a group. But that looks kind of messy, so now I'll show you how to just create your own group with a group name and password that you can share. Click Create Group and give it a name, and then follow the password restrictions to make sure that you have a strong password. You'll be sent an email that the group was created, and all you need to do after that is, if you find someone that you want to be roommates with, share the group name and password with them, and they can either add themselves, or if you get their username, you could add them by username from the Search by Details option. Anytime someone joins, leaves, or if you delete your group, you will receive an email. Once you have created a roommate group, you will not be able to change your community choice. To change your community choice after creating a roommate group or joining one, you should either leave the group or delete it. This will allow you to change your community choice. Creating a roommate group is optional, however, so for now I'm going to delete my group and click Save and Continue. I'm almost finished, so I'm going to read through this timeline, make sure that I know I've got my important dates marked, and then click Complete Step 1. And with that, I'm at the contract status page and I've completed Step 1.